Howdy everyone, welcome to another episode of HexHunter. I'm Mokog, and today we're going to be taking a look at some Hexonomics revisited. So if you're an old fan of the channel, one of the few who first started out, one of my first biggest videos was actually about the economics that you could expect to be surrounding Hex, what you could expect for some future prices, and how things would start panning out. And one of the things we started covering projected prices for commons, uncommons, rares, packs, all sorts of good stuff. And now that we have beta put in, now that we have the auction house up, I figured it'd be a really good idea to go ahead and revisit how close we were, how far off we were on some of our predictions, as well as take a look at the future, since next month we're going to be having set 2 hit. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're seeing in the price for packs nowadays. So we have two types of packs. We have primal packs and we have booster packs. So a primal pack, so if we wanted to see all of the primal packs that would be available, and we want to see the lowest you could pay for a primal pack is going for anywhere from 1,700 platinum to 2,000 platinum. Looks like about the average price is sitting at about 1,800, 1,900 platinum. So if we were going to write it down, we go ahead and do a quick average out, and we'll say a primal pack is 1,800 platinum. And if we went and took a look at a regular booster pack, we would see that a regular booster pack is currently going for set 1 about 160 on average. It's actually been setting about 120, 130. So but if we average it right now, we'd say we were setting about 130, 135 average price per pack at this point in time. A few people are going a little higher. And if we were going to go take a look at different cards, let's say we wanted to see like the average price for a common card in platinum, we see that it is 3 or 4 cents. 4 cents is generally the standard buyout. If we take a look at uncommons, we see that they're hovering around 10 cents, 11 cents for a buyout. We took a look at low-end rares. We see that they go from anywhere from 30 cents to 55 cents, but on the other end we have some rares that are going up in the $7 to $8 range. So we see that those have a tendency to vary anywhere from as low as 33 cents all the way up to, easily 750 platinum, almost 800 platinum. So we'll call it a range of up to 750. And if we were going to take a look at primal pack, or not primal, but legendary cards, you see that some legendaries, like Angel of Dawn, these ones for Ozawa are terrible, but Angel of Dawn can go anywhere up for 2,400 platinum, all the way to the other side of a low end of, some are bidding 52, but that's unlikely. A good average is about 175 for the low end of a legendary card. So we have some really wide ranges, and from my personal experience, I found that most quality rare cards have been hitting anywhere from the 200 to 400 platinum range. And for legendary cards, I found that you can get really good deals from the 175 range, because sometimes you can find some really great stuff, to about the 500 platinum range. As you start getting into the more tournament powerful ones, you start looking a lot more towards the 800 to 1,000 platinum range. Now, since we have platinum did turn out to be a 1 penny is equal to 1 platinum, so $1 is equal to 100 platinum. So let's go ahead and let's take a quick look and see kind of what we were taking a look at before. So beforehand, we looked at what an unopened booster would sit at. We guessed kind of about $1.30 or so. That's kind of what it's settled at right now. We looked at common cards only being worth about a penny. the reason we see them selling for 3 to 4 platinum now, 3 to 4 pennies, is because there is a minimum on those. So we didn't foresee a minimum going in, so that's a little off. Uncommon cards, we're also a little off. We didn't foresee the minimum either. Rare cards, this one, if you start averaging cards that are sold to complete collections, cards that may not have their full value yet on rares, this may be a pretty decent average rare price. But right now, rares fluctuate because we're still in set 1, we're still in a fluctuating tournament environment. We were definitely high on the average legendary power. This 1427 would be 1400 platinum. That's more along the low end price for something like an Angel of Dawn, which is one of the most desired cards in the game right now, as well as a Vampire King, kind of mid-range for a Vampire King right now. And those are two very powerful cards. They're in one of the more popular constructed decks. So in this case, we kind of hit average there, but we really went high on the power of legendaries. So when we took a look at really some of our bottom end prices, the lowest we thought a pack could go would have been about 69 cents. One of the reasons I think we have not gotten anywhere near that is because a lot of people are saving their packs still. There's a lot of people waiting for PvE to start, and it's only going to be when they come into the game that we might see the prices really drop down from the average that we've settled on. The average price per rare is not too terrible at 76 cents for non-tournament rares. I don't believe we're going to get much higher than that for non-tournament rares. On average, that's kind of what I've seen many of them sell for. But anything that can be used in constructed, anything that's going to be powerful in PvE is really going to go above that 76 cent threshold. And Vampire King, you're not going to spend less than $10. You'll probably spend closer to about 14. So the average price for Legendary, we were very off on the value of what those were going to be. So we definitely had places that we can look for improvements on what our pricing is going to be, but this has taught us quite a bit that minimums are extremely potent when it comes to your common and uncommon cards. But it also gives you a minimal price. It's really good for people who want to come in, complete out little aspects of their set. Maybe they found an uncommon card that they haven't gotten as many of through drafting as they wanted to. So some of that's going to be priced. A lot of commons and uncommons, I think at this point, is going to determine their value when crafting comes around. So until we have an ability to start pulling those cards out of the marketplace, they're going to sit at their bottom market value. Now, one of the other things we want to take a look at is a big event coming up, and that's actually going to be Set 2. And Set 2 has a significant impact on what we're going to be thinking about packs. Because the only way you're going to be able to get a Set 2 pack is you're going to have to come in here and buy a booster pack from the store. The value of these starter decks, you can't really get too far away from those, and the value of the VIP is going to vary depending on whether or not you're going to be getting current set packs or if you're going to be getting set 1 packs. If you get current set packs with your VIP, you're going to have a lot of people really rush into the VIP program, and you'll get that average price per pack at a pack a month or a pack a week for a month is just generally going to be really valuable when you're always getting new packs. But if you're getting set 1 packs each week, that's going to be a different story. So initially you're going to have a much higher value than what we see the average set 1 packs are. So the range that we're going to be looking at is essentially 130 platinum up to the 200 platinum threshold for buying a fresh pack off the auction house or buying a fresh pack from the store. And you can never forget, you're going to have to dump platinum into the game to really be able to make full use of the auction house and to really do well for draft. Drafting is also going to be how the majority of the player base is going to fill out their set 2 packs efficiently. You're going to get some collectors maybe cracking open their packs and paying that 200, but it's going to be the drafters in the second set. They're going to be determining values, which is going to be interesting. So, and the reason that is interesting is because we're going to have an even more limited amount of set 2 packs available. There's a much smaller amount of set 2 packs actually coming in from the Kickstarter rewards. maybe 3 to 15 packs, depending on your tier level. I think at most might have been 20 packs for the Kickstarter. What I expect this to do is you're not going to be getting too many set 2 rares sitting at that very bottom side. And if you see one sitting for 31 platinum, it's probably going to be a good idea to pick it up, because you'll be able to just relist it for at least a moderate amount of profit. The one thing to consider when drafting this next set is going to be how they decide to do their drafts, whether it's going to be a single set 2 booster pack for draft, or if it'll be 2 set 2, a single set 1, whatever combination, or even 3 set 2 booster packs. That's going to make a difference on how quickly of a rate we're going to be seeing the set 2 material hit. Once set 2 initially hits, it is going to be higher priced because there's going to be fewer amounts on there. Not too many people are going to have their rare cards and uncommon cards, and much less legendaries, at full playset amounts. But we will definitely see a lot of income come into the set, and we're going to see a lot of variation. We're probably not going to see much liquidity in the game when it comes to the set 2 packs, but we're going to see what we're going to see, that's for sure. So I want to go ahead and thank y'all for watching. We're going to be taking another look at the economics around drafting, how quickly you can put a set together through the drafting process, about how much you can expect to do through that as well. We've been keeping track of all of that information on our side for a spot set of experience, so that we have a little bit of data to go on for that. And as always, I want to thank y'all for watching. I'm Mokog, and this is HexHunter.